I know they see you when they want you. I know they see you when they want to make you who they want you to be.
If anyone ever touches you, you better come to me. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna believe you. Mom always warned me. We were so close in the beginning. Then she disappeared. Work, school, or just gone. Without her, I felt unprotected. At about 5 years old, she sent me out to play after giving me my favorite candy, Skittles. I ended up in the laundry room of our apartment complex where two older boys took turns taking down my pants and eating my candy. LaTandra! I heard her call. Another child ran around to tell. She around there letting them boys play with her booty. They quickly pulled up my clothes and sent me on my way. When I approached the bottom of the stairs, Mom asked, "Are you around there letting boys play with your behind?" I just gave her a blank stare. I figured she knew, and we was going to get them like she said, because they did eat all my damn candy. But Mom took me in the house and fussed at me a little bit, and it was over. After kindergarten, Mom went to nursing school. We packed up all of our worldly goods into this big truck and moved to Corsicana, Texas with my granny. Granny's big greenhouse was full of family and love. She had chickens, a swing, it was broke, an old tub, an old antique shed in the back, and a whole garden that was tended by my hero, Pappy. One of my older cousins took me on a euphoric zoo trip using an exercise bike and some pictures of animals on the wall. I pedaled, she pointed. They were so creative and fun. They also taught me the push and pull game. Now, some of y'all call it dry humping. They called it goosing. It gave my stomach a weird feeling. Or was that my stomach? Most of my favorite cousins, one of my most favorite cousins was Melba. She matched my skin color, height, size, and she even seemed smarter and older than me, only I was older. She had a beautiful smile with deep dark eyes, and she always was dressed so neatly. She had a dad and a mom at home. You could tell by the way she was dressed. Melba and I played, ran, and just took in that Corsicana heat. We asked to have sleepovers because I wanted to play in her hair. But they always said no. So Melba went home, and I went to play goosing with the other kids. I knew Melba had to be playing something better. At 7, while watching cartoons one day, I heard the zoo tour guide say, I don't know. No, you better go get Tandra. Next thing I know, they got me in the middle room of my granny's house, bent over an iron bed. My 14-year-old cousin pulled down my pants and began the search. Now, when Mom had warned me about people touching me, I had always imagined one of her dirty old boyfriends. I had tolerated the goosing, but this was something totally different. They were looking for something, and they found it. Then he had the audacity to try to put something in it. Whatever it was, I wasn't having it, so I screamed. The zoo tour guide, she left the room. She wanted nothing to do with getting caught or me getting hurt. He eventually just gave up. Later on, I felt that I should have said something, but I wasn't quite sure what had really happened. I was just thankful that he never tried that again. Plus, after that, I was adamant about missing out on those goosing sessions. Plus, where was my mom? And how do I call her from Corsicana? Good news came a year later when Mom got into the nursing program at El Centro. Mom got us a 2-bedroom apartment in Oak Cliff. she worked and studied both full time. While she was gone, I cooked, took care of my brother, and I also rummaged through her things at night. I had to decide which lingerie I was wearing to school the next day. Mom had the coolest stuff. 6th grade was Mom's last year of nursing school. At this point, I'd only see Melba at the family reunions. We still tried that, can we please have a sleepover bit? But that broken record always played no. Just before Mom's graduation, we got word that Melba was sick. Flu, appendicitis, and then Melba died. Man, I was lost. Shouldn't it have been me? I mean, she had a mom and a dad who took good care of her. Years later, it was revealed that Melba actually died of an ectopic pregnancy. She was 12 years old. Raising 2 children alone had to be hard on Mom, but we had made it to graduation together. We were so proud. My brother and I had anticipated that first paycheck. We was going to Disney World. Except Mom got married, and then the real nightmare began. He stole from us, beat her, humiliated my brother, and then got us all evicted. Plan for us to go live with Mom's best friend went wrong for me when one of the older boys living there put me in a parked car in the yard and took my virginity. That dude succeeded at the search. I was 13 at the time, and Mom thought I was still a virgin until I made it to college. Poor thing. 20 years later, Mom and I were having a pretty heated argument. You always saying stuff that sound good. You don't mean none of it. Like when I was little and you used to tell me, if anybody ever touch you, you can come tell me. Anytime I came and brought you anything, all you did was turn it around on me and made it my fault. I had finally unleashed how I really felt. Well, if anybody ever touched you, then you liked it or participated, because I always told you, come and tell me. She responded. Thrown off, I stormed out. While sitting in my car alone, I thought, now, wasn't she supposed to hug me and apologize for abandoning me and for not being there like I had seen in those Lifetime movies I watched every Saturday while I braided hair? Instead, here she was making it my fault. I was just hurt and broken. So I ate myself a good 25 pounds heavier and stayed isolated from family. Then came my miracle. Jim Patrick Johnson, the other half of my heart. Except my half was in prison, on lockdown, and in solitary confinement. Pain is contagious, and I did not want to expose him, so healing was necessary. I soon learned to understand that Mom, she had given me all she had. I knew her story because I had witnessed most of it. She hadn't been nurtured. No one had ever cared about her heart, but I expected her to give to me what she had never had. That wasn't fair. Expecting her to walk in shoes that no one ever taught her how to walk in. She did know how to provide for us, how to stay strong and stable in any situation, facing it head on. I apologized to her for all I had said, though she still was convinced you should have said something. And she was right. Maybe sleepovers with Melba would have convinced both of us to speak up. I mean, we ran barefoot, climbed on top of houses, swung from trees, yet we never knew each other's story. What kept us silent? Why were we thrown into a shark-infested waters and told to tell if one of us got bit? Thinking of what her little body had to endure at 12 always takes me back to Granny's house in that middle room. I speak up now for every little girl that has felt invisible to that single mother who is just struggling to provide a better family for her children. Staying strong in the fight and surviving only to become smarter and stronger after every season of pain. Even the pain that she sometimes created. I will not be that broken record of tell me. I will make myself available, all while reliving my mother's story as a full-time student, business owner, and most of all, a mother. A mother who is directly involved in all my kids do. I will protect their hearts as long as God allows. And most of all, I will always remember to remain available.